Lack of knowledge and lack of resources appear to be an issue for some today. By the conclusion of my speech, I will have provided you with the resources for a better tomorrow. Many do not know that you only have about 3 seconds to make a good first impression on anyone. Employers take about 10 to 30 seconds to review each resume that they have received. Also, only 1 in 245 resumes results in an interview, so it is very important that you make a good first impression. In addition to your resume, many employers may ask you for a cover letter. You want to include in your cover letter your personal information along with your contact details. They need to know who they should contact should they be interested in proceeding with the interview. You should include the date of your letter, the details of the company to include the name of the company, their address, and the hiring manager's information. Also include a professional salutation. You will want to include an introduction that includes your skills and your professional wins. Let them know why you're the perfect fit for the specific role in which you have applied. You want to include a strong closing paragraph with a compelling call to action. What are your expectations from presenting them your cover letter and your resume? Lastly, include a professional closing statement, which includes your name. In ZipJob's article in January of this year, written by Caitlin Proctor, she gives us the top 50 resume do's and don'ts for 2021. When creating your resume, there are several things that you need to avoid. Prior to the submission, you need to ensure that you're checking and double checking for any typos or grammatical errors. You need to ensure that your formatting is consistent throughout your resume. After all, our goal is for them to hone in on our skill set and not our inconsistencies. Be very specific and detailed. Lack of specifics could result in not making it to the interview. Ensure that you're highlighting your accomplishments. Employers are interested in knowing and seeing how you contributed to your last employer. Do not leave off any pertinent information. If an internship contributes to the job that you're applying, do include it. Ensure that you have your correct contact information. What good is it to get their attention? They want to interview you, but they do not know how to get in contact with you. We also want to stay away from listing any work experience that's greater than 15 years old. This could leave room for age discrimination. Do not include any work experience that's not relevant to the job in which you are applying. We want to stay away from unprofessional email addresses. Believe it or not, they also pay attention to this as well. And also, your resume has no room for negativity, so do not include it. According to Indeed's most recent article in June of this year, How to Prepare for an Interview, it gives us the specific do's and don'ts of what we should and should not do. Now that we've gotten their attention with our impressive cover letter and our resume, it's time to prepare for the big day, the interview. You want to ensure that you're rehearsing ahead of time. After all, practice does make perfect. Be sure to look the part. First impressions are everything. You want to go into the interview with a positive mindset. Claim the job. It's already yours. Know that it's yours prior to taking the seat at the table. Know the job in which you've applied and how you meet the requirements. You want to also sell yourself. Why are you the perfect candidate? Why should I hire you amongst all the other candidates? What makes you stand apart from the rest? Listen and respond accordingly. Never cut off your interviewer. Be prepared to explain any gaps in previous employment. Also, make sure that you have a few questions to ask the interviewer. Believe it or not, interviewers want you to ask questions. Also, make a good first impression. First impressions are everything. After the interview is complete, Ensure that you send an email thanking the interviewer for their time. Now that we've made it to the interview, we want to ensure that we look the part. Always ensure that you're well dressed. You should only wear business professional attire. The colors that you wear says a lot about you, so be very selective in the colors that you wear. Black, blue, gray, beige, or brown. Also, in your selecting your shoes, ensure that your shoes are neutral colored, flats, wedges, or heels. And ladies, ensure that the heels are under 3 inches. Men, loafers and boots are okay as well.